Hi, this is Ingrid from Eat Well, Enjoy Life, and today I'm here to show you how to make cauliflower risotto with saffron and peas. The truth is, I love risotto, but these days I'm not eating grains as I'm healing my digestive system to support my thyroid. And the good news is it's going really well. I've been able to cut back on the medication I'm taking for Hashimoto's. Many people are eating this type of paleo diet where they leave out the grains, so this fits right in. And there's not a lot of ingredients in this recipe, which is good because the less ingredients, the easier the recipe. So what we have is cauliflower. I like organic, leeks, parsley, peas. I use frozen peas because they're easy and delicious, and you can buy organic. We have olive oil, saffron, salt, and garlic. And that's it. So it's a simple recipe. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is put the saffron into the hot broth to let it steep. So here I have some homemade chicken broth, but you can use vegetable broth as well. And we're going to take about a pinch of saffron, about a half a teaspoon, and just drop that in. You want the broth to be hot, and that's going to steep in there while we prepare the other ingredients. While that's steeping, I'm going to prep the vegetables. I have cut the leeks into slices. I've used only the white and light green parts. Chop the parsley, chop the garlic, and for the cauliflower, I've cut out the core, and we're just going to cut it into wedges. It doesn't have to be fancy because we're going to put it in the food processor and make it into rice. If there's any brown spot, you can take those off. So we just put these right in here. Now this is a really big cauliflower, so I'm actually not going to use it all. That's enough because it'll be too much in the food processor. So we put it in the food processor and pulse it until it makes rice-like pieces. Now you can see we've pulsed the cauliflower into rice-like pieces, and we're ready to start cooking. So I have a good sized saucepan here, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Let that heat up for a minute. And with olive oil, I always like to cook on medium-low so it doesn't oxidize. And I'll add in the leeks and the garlic and a little bit of salt. And I'm going to let that saute for about 3 to 4 minutes until it softens. The leeks should be soft by now, and we're going to add the cauliflower and broth. So here's our leeks. They look pretty good. And add in the cauliflower. Stir that around. It gets coated with the leeks and the garlic. And then we're going to add in most of the broth. We're going to leave a little bit for the end to add when we add the peas. I think for this amount of cauliflower we need all of the broth, so let's just put it all in. And the cauliflower is going to give off some liquid, so this is the right amount of broth, just so that it barely covers it. I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can see how the cauliflower is cooking here. It's bubbling nicely, medium, low, and more liquid has come out of the cauliflower, so it's pretty much in the liquid, cooking nicely. That's been about 15 minutes, and so our cauliflower should be just about cooked. We want it to be tender but not mushy. So let's check. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now we're ready to add the peas. Here I've taken these peas and rinsed them under flowing water in a strainer. I add them in, and I'm going to add just a little bit more broth because we want a little bit of liquid in the risotto. And we stir that around and let that cook for about 2 minutes just to warm the peas. See, it looks so beautiful with the peas, the green peas and the yellow saffron and the white cauliflower rice. So we'll just let that cook for 2 minutes. Okay, now that's been about 2 minutes and the peas are heated through. We add in the parsley and stir so that's evenly combined. Now we're ready to eat. Here I've put the risotto in 2 bowls. It's about 2 servings, and I'm going to just drizzle a tiny little bit of olive oil on each. You could also sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese if you eat Parmesan cheese. And there you have it, cauliflower risotto with peas and saffron. A delightful spring dish, and you can go to my website at eatwellenjoylife.com for the full recipe. Thanks, bye-bye now.